exhibition game. Seems like next year we're probably going to have to play 2 exhibition games instead of a scrimmage and an exhibition game. But I'm pleased overall with our guys' effort. Lots of new guys. We had 2 guys that redshirted last year, and AJ Jr. and Nick playing their first game in over a year. Dazon, back after only playing 7 games last year. Braxton is a freshman. Bola was on the court. He's new. And just some returning guys from our system that just got to get back in the rhythm. Armand Davis was new out on the floor. Brandon Austin kind of banged his knee, so he wasn't able to return to the game. But overall, pace still has to get a little bit faster. Got to pay a little bit more attention to detail, especially defending the three-point line. But we came out of the game, pretty good, in good shape. Now we got some more information on video. We'll break it down, and in our next practice, we'll try to improve on some of the areas that we need to work on. But overall, it's good to get back in Coleman and play a game, but the real season starts next Friday.
Okay, question for student athletes. On the left.
First for Dazon, how'd it feel to get back out there, and just how the flow of the game feel for you?
It felt great, man, back out there with the team. We got off to a rough start, but as the game went on, we started to get the flow of it.
And then I want to ask you about the freshman here. What did you see from Braxton in his first college game?
Braxton's he's a heck of a player. He could crash the boards, as y'all can see, and he can finish around the rim, and he's going to be a major key for our team.
We'll go with Alex over here on the far right.
Braxton, just getting in there, getting in the flow. It seemed even like Armand kind of needed that second half. What did you see from some of your fellow new teammates in that first?
I thought we all played really well. Armand lit it up. He's a scorer. He's going to do that for us this season. He's a great shooter, great scorer. Bola rebounded well. Corbin, he got in foul trouble, but he's a great leader. He's telling us what to do and helping me stay cool on the court. And then myself, I thought I did a pretty good job. Could do a lot better, so we'll just watch the film and get better.
Front row.
And then Dazon, talk about your work on your game. You had 2 threes you made in tonight's game. And just kind of what have you worked on the most to improve from last year? Even though I know your body of work was limited.
I try to get it in the gym with Coach Beltway as much as I can, and it's all about confidence. So I got to be able to step up and knock down a 3.
Dazon, you guys were able to create a lot of turnovers. Just how big a part of your game is that?
This is going to be a major part for us because we're quick on defense, and once we get a steal, then it's easier for us to run.
Far left.
Braxton, you talked about your performance and some of your teammates' performance out there, but what did it mean to you to finally get out there in front of some people and play a game?
It was great. We had a good turnout for exhibition game, I thought. But it was great, seeing some fans, something knew my name and all. There was some nerves in the beginning, so I think I kind of played my way through it in the second half. Teammates were lifting me up and saying, "Don't worry about it, just next play and stuff." So, just it was a great experience playing Coleman for the first night.
Anything else for student athletes? Okay, thanks, gentlemen. Any questions for Coach? We're in the front left.
Yeah, two quick ones. First, what did you see out of Dazon getting back out there in terms of leading the team in the pace? I
thought he was solid overall. Of course, he had a couple of turnovers, but again, he hasn't really played in a real game in over a year. And he made a 3. Remember, I think it was last year, right before he got injured. He attempted his first 3 and made his first 3. I think that was at Southern Miss, and I had been on him to shoot it for 7 games. So I'm glad that he got one in the exhibition game. Hopefully that'll build some confidence, because you got to remember, with him being a triple-double threat, if he can make 3s, he takes his game to a different level. We know he can pass. We know he can rebound. He's a heck of a defender. So, he's a good pick and roll player, but he start making 3s, then we start talking about him going into another stratosphere, And that's what we're after. Not to really try to lean on the three-point shot, but when it's there, take it with confidence and make it, and that's what he did tonight.
And speaking of threes, Armand Davis got a few off there. What did you see from him shooting the ball, spacing the floor?
Yeah, I thought he was balanced most of the time. Once he gets balanced and you know, again, like I said, he thinks he can make it from anywhere. But you saw a little bit of a snapshot of it tonight. Wanted to get him in the second half. They were so small. So I wanted to start him at the beginning of the second half, and it worked out. And I saw enough of Shannon and, you know, Riley. We already know what those guys can do, so they got a few minutes in. But I wanted to get Armand and Dazon. Wanted to get Bowler some reps. Wanted to get AJ and Nick King in the game. So fortunately, except for Brandon Austin kind of getting banged up a little bit, you know, it was mission accomplished in terms of the way we spread out the minutes.
Back on the left.
Coach, I know you will have to look at the film and all that kind of thing, but you played a lot of different lineups tonight. Were there any that you thought that were really strong as far as certain players playing together, all that kind of thing?
Yeah, we had a good little push there late in the half, the first half, and I thought with the ball was moving, guys were hitting the extra man. You know, that shot Armand made at the end of the first half was a good momentum builder for us. But, you know, tonight we only really ran a quarter of our offense. You know, we didn't want to show everything. We just wanted to get out, keep it simple, run some basic stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to run more of our offense opening night.
Alex,
Kind of playing off that, how much of tonight was just kind of mixing guys in, not really working a rotation as much as trying to see who works well together?
Yeah, that's basically what it was. I really wasn't concerned about the score. I was a little bit concerned about them getting a couple of offensive rebounds, and they made, you know, probably 5 or 6 too many threes. But like I told the guys, I wasn't scoreboard watching and trying to figure out how many points we were up by. This wasn't a night for it. It was more of, you know, how efficient we are, what lineups we like. We moved a lot of guys around. Riley played some 3, some 4. Nick played some 3, some 4. Braxton played 4 and 3. Corbin played 1 and 2. So that's what it was all about. But we, you know, I have a little bit of an idea, like I told you guys early, or a lot more of an idea of what we're going to do opening night and what our rotation basically is going to look like. But this gave us a chance to just play everybody.
Season.
Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to follow up. You mentioned that next season you may want to play 2 exhibitions rather than a scrimmage and an exhibition. Is that just to get those looks at different sets, or what's the reason for that?
Yeah, just, you know, I think the 2-year process of playing 1 scrimmage game and 1 exhibition game, and I can kind of see what's on the horizon of where we're going and how young we could potentially be in some areas next year. So, you know, I'm thinking that moving forward, and I've talked to a lot of coaches around the country about why they play a scrimmage, why 1 exhibition, and I think moving forward, I have even talked to Coach Battles about it. I think next year will be a great year for us to shift over the next 2 years of playing 2 exhibition games.
Front row.
And Coach, just talk about look what looks like improved depth in the post for you. And I thought tonight, one highlight, I thought there was really good interior passing.
Yeah, you're right about that, Drew. You know, we can't score inside if we don't make on-time, on-target passes, and I do not like deflections. I do not like when the ball's deflected going into the post. Now, when we're on defense, I love deflections, and we didn't get enough of them tonight. But we're a team that can play inside out a little bit more and have Jimmy and Bola quarterback us, Braxton quarterback us a little bit more from the post.
Alex.
Kind of on that same, you know, the quarterback. What do you see from the point guard position? It looked like several guys handled the ball, and there were a couple turnovers when maybe Dazon wasn't the one doing it.
Well, you know what, a lot of people always talk about with football. You know, a lot of you guys, when I listen to you, is about the over and under. I had an over and under for Dazon with turnovers. He was even, all right? So it's okay. It's his first game. But in our system this year, Dazon's going to handle the ball. AJ's going to handle the ball. Corbin's going to handle it. Braxton is going to handle the ball. We have a lot of confidence in his ball handling ability. So, you know, instead of having 1.5 guys like we did last year, now we got 4 guys that can make plays for us. You saw Armand put the ball on the floor. He's not just a shooter. He can put the ball on the floor and make the correct plays for us. So we're glad that we have a little bit more depth and versatility even in our ball handling and decision making area. But 12 turnovers probably a little bit too many for tonight, but if we have 22 assists and 12 turnovers all year, we might be a decent team.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.